Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about people pretending because in truth we hide our true mind, our true thoughts, our true efforts, our true whatever, our true expressions, I guess, and we all do, but some of us don't admit it. I don't admit it, for example, except for now. Because, for example, I just don't give a fuck about other people. And that's the truth. I don't even give a fuck about myself, I guess. I have been sick for these, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. I mean, physical sickness. Having a cold, having fever, and whatever. Maybe I have COVID or whatever, but I just ignore it, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse, for example. And I could pretend to care, but I couldn't care less. And the same applies for other people who couldn't really give a fuck, except, yeah, maybe for friends or whatever, but they'll leave you in the short while, and you only have yourself, and that's life for you. But anyway, all other people pretend to care about all other people when I'm so sick and tired of watching YouTube video or watching the news and seeing that this ridiculous thing of newsreaders actually showing empathy for those inflicted, for example, in Ukraine, or by a shooting, or by famine, or whatever, and they actually magically, I don't know, portray a smile or portray sadness, and it's all fake. It's all, you can see behind the mask. If you really want to, you can see that they just don't care. But they hide it really well. They show empathy for the school shooting, and they cry a little bit, and they, I don't know, what else do they do? They, yeah, what else do they do? It's ridiculous. It's a clown show. It's a really fucking clown show. Or they pretend to care about famine, about people living 1,000 miles away and are inflicted now by the famine in Ukraine, caused by Ukraine in Africa, and they hide behind their desk, behind their smiles, behind their grins, behind their so-called empathy, difficult word. And they hide it well, but it's all a show. It's all a fucking show. They wear their expensive suits, and immediately after the job they go to expensive restaurants and eat expensive foods, and they show that they care, and it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And even when you volunteer, or even when you, I don't know, what else can you do? Give out money, or I don't know, make a podcast about how you care about people in the world and how you want things to be better. Then immediately thereafter, they go back to their own little worlds, and everyone does this, especially me, so don't think I'm anything better. I am worse, in fact. But I'm sick of pretending, sick of other people pretending, I guess, to be good. Well, deep down, they just don't want to be bothered. And that's the truth. And it applies to news anchors you see on CNN with the so-called compassion, which they just have to do because they're paid for it. And the politicians are the worst because you can really see through their skin. You can really see through their smiles or through their sadness. Biden just goes home to the White House and eats expensive foods and doesn't give a fuck about all other people. Just wants to be re-elected, as does every governor, as does everybody. And it makes me sick to my stomach. But whatever, they choose it. But well, why don't they really be honest and say on TV, I just don't give a fuck. And that's the truth. But they are unwilling because they just don't get re-elected. And the news anchors, they just don't get TV time or screening time or whatever you call it. Because empathy, even fake, works so well. But it's all a show. It's all to sell views. It's all to sell, to get money in the end. And yeah, that's it. So why do anything if everyone is fake? But whatever. In all honesty, I just don't give a fuck. And people should be more honest about it. I don't know why, because it doesn't really increase any productivity or sell or whatever. But that's all for today. Quite negative, but it's the truth, I think, at least. But I don't really give a fuck. Subscribe because I give a fuck about that. And it's not about you, I guess.